Get ready with me to hang out with my new neighbor. You guys, I have a new neighbor where I live now, and she seems so nice. We met at Pilates, and it just happened to be that she also lives right next door to me, but I hadn't, I just never met her really. But you guys, today we're gonna meet up. We're just gonna head to Starbucks, get some coffee and chit chat. So I'm gonna just start off using this is so good, the new Elf Halo Glow Skin Tint SPF 50. And I just did my skincare. I did a TikTok about it, you guys. So I've been using some amazing skincare, but this is just an essential right here. And it's so good. And you don't even feel like you need to put foundation on. It has so much coverage. I'll show you. I actually don't think I have my brushes here. You know what? I just have my fingers because I'm in my living room or my dining room. So I don't have everything here. But I'm really excited. She's so nice, my neighbor that I'm going to meet. And again, we met at Pilates. You guys, Pilates has gotten crazy. There's constant drama at this Pilates studio. People are always getting kicked out. Believe it or not, I almost got kicked out myself. I cannot lie, you guys. What happened? They're just kicking people out left and right if they think that if you don't kind of know how to do all the moves right and things like that, they'll just tell you to leave. So they told me and this other girl to leave. Well, not leave, but just to like go down to a lower level. But the thing is that the lower levels are constantly, booked. So there's no room. So I actually, level went up to a 1.5 because that was all that was available. But the instructor was like, no, girl. But it's not just me. I've seen her tell so many people to they gotta go. One girl was in the bed and she was like, no, you gotta, she came out the back and she was like, no, you gotta she's actually a manager and an instructor. So it was a different instructor. And she goes, no, the girl was in the bed. This girl was a professional ballerina and she knew what she was doing because I saw her doing the moves and I was like, oh my God, she was so good. Just doing all the different, her posture, her strength. She was amazing. And the manager came out. She was like, "Oh, no, what are you doing here?" She like basically yelled at her. So then my neighbor was telling me how in her class the other day, I wasn't there, but this one lady had got a phone call and she was in the middle of Pilates and she got a phone call. So she answered the phone and the Pilates instructor flipped out on her. And she was like, and then she said there was a huge fight because then the owner of the Pilates studio came out. But this lady was like, I had to answer the phone because she said her father was very ill and so she needed to be updated about how he was doing. So she's like, I had to answer it. And they were just like, no way, that's not going to happen. You're not answering your phone. But I think what happened is that she answered her phone, but then she didn't leave. Like she was sitting on her bed on the Pilates, reformer, and she was chit chatting, and she just was sitting there. Like she should have went in the other room probably, but she was sitting. But I guess she was upset because it was actually her father. Um, he was her father. I think she said her father passed, so she was really upset. And otherwise she probably would have just went in the other room. But she was really upset, you guys. Obvious, naturally. So anyway, there's just nonstop drama. And then I saw her they kicked another girl. I was walking in the class and this one girl came in and she goes, what are you doing here? Like, I think there's a time and a place for everything. If you feel that you need to kick people out, then at least take them aside and be professional about it and say, I'm sorry, I think you should move down a level. You don't have to attack them and be like, what are you doing here? That's what she does. She walks up to people and she'll be like, excuse you. She doesn't even say excuse me. I almost just like, excuse me. No, she doesn't say excuse me. She's just like, you gotta go. What are you doing here? Like she said to me, and the other girl, she was like, what are you doing here? You're not ready. I'm like, what? I've been doing at least 20 of these level 1.5s, I'm not going down to level 1. People don't, my friend was telling me how in level 1, a lot of people don't even know how to sit on the reformer. Like they'll spend so much time talking and explaining everything. There's no workout going on. That's why I started working out. I do K-body fitness now mostly because in the class, they were spending so much time talking to the people, giving instruction that like me and everybody else in the class was just laying there doing nothing and we're paying for this. And, meanwhile, because they were spending a lot of time helping people that, like, this one lady, like she said, could not figure out how to sit on the reformer, and they were like, just sit down on it. But she couldn't figure, she couldn't figure it out, and so what happens is they'll spend like 15 minutes of a 45-minute class explaining to people. That's your money out the door, you know what I mean? And your workout time is gone because they're explaining things like a one-on-one to these people. It's fine, but what I'm saying is, for me personally, I don't want to waste my money. So I started doing YouTube workouts. I'm dripping in sweat when I'm finished with these workouts. They're so incredible. I really see a huge transformation in my body. It's actually K Body Fitness. She's amazing. She's here on YouTube too, but it's the YouTube videos that I've been doing. She's here on TikTok, but I do her YouTube videos. So, guys, she's amazing. I feel like it was kind of hard, but you can always stop and go and get going again. Take a few moments if you have to, or don't use the weights, because it's more like Pilates sculpt. So she uses weights and she uses a booty band. But if you don't want to use the weights, don't use the weights, don't use the booty band, just use your body weight till you feel ready. Take breaks if you have to, but K-Body, it's Kirsten is her name, that has that page. She's so encouraging. She's always like, you're doing amazing, you're doing great, keep going, I know you could do it. It's so opposite of what is going on in this studio that I'm at, where you're like kind of in fear all the time about who's gonna kick you out, who's gonna get in trouble. It's like, it's scary. Like, it shouldn't be. I had to tell myself the other day, I said, Allegra, you're not going to be afraid. This is ridiculous. Because I was in the class and the instructor was coming over to me. I started like getting a panic attack. I started getting anxiety, and I'm over here. I'm supposed to be relaxing. This is my time to relax. And, even though it's a workout, I do find it relaxing to get out of the house and time for myself. But here, it's not relaxing, because you never know when you're going to get yelled at for who knows what. If you're really doing things that warrant somebody getting mad at you, but there's ways to speak to people. There's ways to say, or take them aside and say hi and explain things. You don't have to yell at people. So many people I've seen yelled at, it just makes a very, like, aggressive atmosphere, kind of a negative atmosphere, and you just really want to be in a positive, uplifting atmosphere. I mean, isn't that what we're here for? So anyway, guys, I'm pretty much just gonna do this. I'm just gonna put on a quick lip. Let me see here. What do I got? Oh, did I just splash myself? Okay, did I? I don't know. But I'm still gonna do Pilates, because especially the YouTube videos, oh my goodness. That move, or I'm sorry, K-Body Sculpt. And I also did Move with Nicole. She's so amazing, but the K-Body Sculpt is my favorite. I don't know what it is. I just love her. She's like based in New York City. She has a studio in New York City. And I don't know, I just love doing her workouts. So I just did my brows, and I'm just gonna put on a quick lip. But yeah, you know what? I told you guys how they kicked me out of Pilates, but I actually had asked them, can I go to 1.5? And they said yes. So when I got there, so I signed up for 1.5, I went, and then once I was there, this manager person came out and she was like, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. But the reason I'm here again is because I called and I spoke to someone and they said, yes, it's fine. So I wouldn't have showed up. It's very hard for me to get out the house if somebody didn't tell me that I could be there, and then to make me feel so uncomfortable and be like, what are you doing here? You gotta go. No, and I don't think they were even that rude to me. The other person I was with, that she happened to like for some reason there was nobody in this class but me and this one girl. It was very weird. And then she just she didn't single us out. Maybe we were the only ones there. And she was just yelling at us and, saying we shouldn't be there. We can't come back. So, I never saw that other girl come back. She yelled at her so much. But yeah, the other girl, she was screaming at her like she was going, you're not breathing. And she was screaming at her, like, really. And then she was telling me, your shoulder is hitting the pad, like, unnecessary things. That's why I can't come back, because my shoulder touched the pad. Okay, but anyway, this is the look. I'll see you guys.